What up, everybody? It's 313J-Mo. I'm here with another video. We about to talk about what I currently think about Quinn's free agency, and I say currently because we don't know if he's completely finished. There's still people out there on the market. We actually have a lot of cap space, about 20 million. It's actually 29 million, but that 9 million is probably gonna be spent on the draft picks. So we here, man. Let's talk about it. Okay, so first of all, I've been thinking about it long and hard. I've been thinking about it. And I'm going to give Bob Quinn a B. A solid B. That because of the contracts. You know, I like some of the moves. It's only one move that I'm not necessarily a fan of. But on top of that, some of the contracts are not, adding up. I won't say they're not adding up, but I just don't like them. I feel like we paid a little bit too much. But as I always say, you pay for your players. So I'm not going to be too up in arms about paying more for certain players or anything like that, because at the end of the day, I do believe that you got to pay your players, and if you want players, you got to pay for them. But if I'm grading you on free agency, if I'm gonna give you an A, that means all of the contracts will smooth as well. But it is what it is. We're gonna break down at least what I think of a personal grade for each of the separate picks, and my overall grade, like I told you, is a B. Now, Trey Flowers, I'm going to grade that as a B+ because he was the best defensive end on the market, or D-tackle, whatever. He plays multiple positions. He was the best one on the market. So the fact that we did get him to come here is good, but the contract is a little pricey, little pricey, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm glad that he's here, and a lot of these contracts are back-ended. I like the way that they are structured. I'm just going to give it a B. For a B+ for Trey Flowers. Jesse James, I'm giving that an A+, man. I mean, to me, he's the one player I really wanted at the tight end position. You can see I'm smiling now. I mean, I'm happy we got Jesse James, 24 years old, 6'7". He's 6'7". Y'all remember what Stafford did with Fourier in the red zone. Jesse James, 6'7". Stafford about to be throwing him dimes. I mean, he can pass, he can block. He was very underused in Pittsburgh, and he respects Stafford, and he's ready to change, to come and help this football team. He's ready for a bigger role, because that's why we brought him in here for a bigger role. I really like that signing. Coleman, I'm gonna give Coleman a B. Only because he's proven himself. I actually did see some games that he played in, and he did jump off the screen a little bit, so that's cool. But the price from a nickel corner ranges from anywhere from 5 to 8 million. He's getting paid 9 million. And even though I didn't necessarily want him to go outside, I did some research. He actually did play outside in New England. So that's probably why they got him, for him to be our second corner. And if you listen to Bob Quinn's interview way back during the Combine, Bob Quinn said about Teez Tabor that Teez was doing really good in the slot and the nickel. We brought in Coleman, a nickel cornerback, but like I just said, in the Patriot system, he was on the outside. That's telling me, even whether I like it or not, Coleman is going to be on the outside and Tabor is going to be in the slot. And that's if Tabor's still on the team, he don't get cut or something. I think Bob Quinn still believes in Tabor, so I'm going to still believe in Tabor. And like I always said, it's about quantity. Like, yes, he had that horrible passer rating, but it was on like 4 or 5 passes. Oh, so like, it wasn't even a big sample size. And I just want a lot of Lions fans to remember Quandre Dick's second season, and he allowed 41 or 46 passes. It was completely getting destroyed and utterly torched. And he got better. Defensive scheme that with Austin got a little bit better, because I think our defense was like 17th that last year, which is a little bit higher than we're used to. That's how low our standards are, right? But he came out with a breakout year, so a lot of people want to be out on Tabor. We gonna see. Who else did we get? We got an offensive guard, Abuishi or Hive. I don't know how you pronounce this man's name. But according to Pro Football Focus, the last 8 weeks, he was one of the highest graded linemen. He's just a fill-in guy. So basically, if somebody goes down, probably on the right side, hopefully not the left side, someone goes down, he'll be able to fill in that role. We got a safety, Adams. 4 interceptions last year. 3 came in 1 game, and he has some tackling problems. But I think the Lions think they can fix the tackling problems. And according to the Bucs fans, he was playing in linebacker. Some guys are certain safeties aren't in the box safeties. Certain safeties are, free safeties. And contrary to popular belief, Quandre Diggs played most of last year at strong safety, not free safety. So, and he's a more of a depth move. Tavon Wilson might be on the chopping block now. Now that telling, about. I wonder what they're gonna do with Tracy Walker. I don't know where they're gonna put him yet, but we'll see. Now, Danny Amendola, this is the one pick I'm grading at a D. I'm being mean. This is the one pick I just didn't like. I didn't want Danny Amendola. I didn't want Danny Amendola. And because I don't want him, he probably gonna win us a Super Bowl. That's always what happens. But I didn't want him just because I thought if there were better receivers on the market, and I'm trying to, scare teams. I want to have Kenny G, Galladay, and then a great slot receiver. But Danny Amendola fits the need. He fills the role. He's going to put his head down and work. He's going to create separation. He's going to convert them 3rd and longs, them 3rd and 6, them 3rd and 8s. He's going to get the conversion. And Danny Amendola, the main thing I like about him is he gets open. He gets open. So just because he gets open, I'm going to change that from a D to a C. Because he gets open. He has a little bit of injury issues, so we're hoping that he can stay healthy. We still got Brandon Powell going. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. I think that's all of the signings. I might have missed one or two, y'all, man. It's been a stressful, long day. Whatever. But to me, the overall grade is a B. I feel like I'm missing. Am I missing one person? Let's see. We got a tight end. We got Trey Flowers. We got Danny. We got Coleman. I might not be missing anybody. Zach Zenner. We signed back Zach Zenner to a minimum deal. I think we played Glasgow too. Glasgow's been, I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of Glasgow, but that's because I think he's playing out of position. I think he's best at left guard. Hopefully we can move Ragnow to center this year. We paid them. I love bringing back Zach Zenner, and it's not because he's a running back. It's because of special teams. Now, we know that I like Zach Zenner. I've been preaching for Zach Zenner for a while, but just like Matt Patricia, I like players that can do multiple things. He's really good on special teams. Coleman is also very good on special teams. Coleman was good in coverage. I think he had some crazy rating in the slot, like not this year, but the year before that. And people were talking. I saw some stuff on Twitter talking about he has tackling issues. I'm telling you now, Coleman don't got problems tackling. I don't know where people be getting this stuff from. People always look at stats and think that's facts, man. I watched him play at least 3 games. Besides the one, because I didn't watch the Lions game, but 3 other games. So, he can tackle. He's very physical, and he's good in space. So, I just want to say that, man, the Lions are doing good in free agency. All of the Bob Quinn haters thinking he's not doing good. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. You off your rocker. You're a crazy person talking that crazy talk. That's why we don't associate with those people. But it's all good, man. I think Bob Quinn is doing a very great job in free agency. I gave him a B because, I'm hard on those contracts, man. Some of those contracts, it is what it is. But you pay for what you want, man. And, a lot of people think that people don't want to come here. That's just not true. The main reason people coming here is because we got Stafford. Because that's what everybody say. We got Stafford and Matt Patricia. And, whether y'all like Stafford or not, the whole league respect him because they used to getting carved up. And they see his toughness. But, all right, Lions fans, man, that's all I really got for y'all. And for my Pistons guys, I didn't watch that game against Miami. I was busy. So that's why I didn't report on it. Because I didn't watch the game. It was a pretty bad game, but we'll bounce back tonight. And last thing I do want to say is the draft is about to be interesting. I do want to say, top 4 or 5 rounds, we might get a receiver and a running back. I think a receiver is definitely still in play. Hopefully, Anthony Isabella. I think a receiver is definitely still in play. We already know a running back is still in play. Isaiah Crowell is on the market, but we haven't gotten him. Zach Brown, the linebackers on the market, we haven't gotten him. I would love to have both of them. So, we already know a cornerback is still in play along with a linebacker. But I will tell y'all this. A safety is in play as well. But an offensive lineman in the first round is seriously in play. T.J. Hawkinson is seriously in play in the linebacker. So, even though I might want a corner or something, I think first round, if we don't trade back, we're gonna go with the O line, man, a linebacker, or maybe we pick up TJ. We'll see what it is, man. But all right, y'all, man. I'm about to get out of here, man. That's my free agency grade for Bob Quinn. This free agency currently, man. I'll see y'all later, man.